Good morning, Guardians! The Hijabi Gamer here. It is Friday. Zer's back in the tower. He's got some good stuff, and, yeah, it's Destiny 1. So the usual reminder. Minnie's off, by the way, playing by herself. But the usual reminder, this is Destiny 1, as you can see. Original tower, original original traveler, original tower. You have 48 hours to locate Zer, pick up what you need, spend your strange coins. So he arrives on Fridays at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and departs on Sunday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. He does not wait until reset, like he does in Destiny 2. Is there a clone of him? Maybe it's not the same 9. I mean, now we've got 2 of him running around the solar system. But anyway, we're heading to the left. Let's see just the status of the tower. 1 sec. All right, we've got old player, 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 old player. All right. I guess no one's new players playing this early. Old players would probably be looking for Zer. If you're new, welcome. Destiny 1 is awesome. Heading towards the speaker. And he is, you can see him right over there in the corner. I love that corner. It is a gorgeous view of the city. Yep. All right. Yeah, I heard about heat parachutes. Yeah, I know everything going on. I also just realized I had 3 videos to upload. I never uploaded, but that's aside. Okay. So, he's got some stuff. He's got some cool stuff. First off, he's got the Suros Regime and Basilisk's Glory. I am a huge fan of Suros Regime and Basilisk's Glory. So this is the ornament you are getting. It's got a basilisk on it, okay? I'm a big fan of Suros Regime, mostly because I like the rate of fire impact. That's mostly it. Comment down below. Let me know, what am I missing out on Suros Regime? I've always just liked that the rate of fire is high, but the impact is also high. You know, you've got some of these weapons with a high rate of fire and like marginal and like itty bitty teeny tiny impact. So this one actually has a decent impact, decent magazine. It also has basically what, I mean, I don't think this exists on any other weapon, but you have the 2 perks here. So you have the spinning up, which is the longer this weapon is fired, the faster it fires. Or you could go with, when zoomed, this weapon fires slower but causes additional damage. So you alternate between those 2. You could do the focus fire or the spinning up. And then you have this, the bottom half of each magazine deals bonus damage and has a chance to return health on kill. That does make a difference. It isn't as reliable as Red Death. Red Death is basically every kill returns health. This one, it has a chance to return health, but it is noticeable. I mean, like I said, it's not as noticeable as Red Death. That's why I'm a big fan. There was a point where I used Suros Regime all the time, and people thought I was nuts. Why are you using this in the Crucible? Auto rifles suck in the Crucible. Because I find it easier to use the weapon I use a lot outside of the Crucible in Crucible. But yeah, so yeah, I actually used to run Crucible. It's been a very, very long time. But yeah, Suros Regime, comment down below. You know, I liked it because of the rate of fire and impact primarily. But I'm sure I'm missing out on a lot of details. So please let me know in the comments. Seriously, let me know. I want to know what other perks and hidden bonuses do I not know about Suros Regime, other than the fact that Basilisk's Glory does look pretty cool. It definitely does look really, really cool. All right. Next, we have the Dragon's Breath and Tiger Shark. All right. So Dragon's Breath right over here. Tiger Shark. That's the only ornament it has. Might as well select it. All right. Dragon's Breath and Tiger Shark. I don't know. I'm more of a, I rarely use exotics for the heavy slot because I have Hunger of Crota, which has tracking and cluster bombs, but Dragon's Breath is pretty cool. So release trigger after weapon fire to drop a solar damage napalm canister. So come on. More solar damage, the better, okay? This one is actually not unlocked because we did the Nightfall last weekend, and I got it while doing the Nightfall, which is pretty cool. So, That's about it. It's a rocket launcher with napalm. Expect to find more ammo for this weapon. Increases carried ammo capacity. It's too early. Okay. But yeah, you get more ammo for this. Increased carried ammo capacity, more ammo, the better. As they say in Borderlands, ammo, without it, you're just a schmuck with a paperweight. So, yeah. Dragon's Breath. I've never really used it that much. It's been a while, but comment down below. I'm sure the napalm canisters are just ridiculously awesome. Of course, as always, looky dookie. All right. Then it's one of those weeks where you have 3 weapons. Sometimes you have 2, where you have this one the same as one of these. So we've got the Nemesis Star, which is a machine gun. I don't know. I feel like at the launch of Destiny 2, there were no machine guns. I'm trying to remember. I think Eva sold the first machine gun for, I think it was the holiday event, the Christmas event. But I could be wrong. I think it was the Avalanche. I don't remember. But I feel like there was a while where we had no machine guns in Destiny 2, and everyone was so hyped for a machine gun. But comment down below, remind me, because I can't remember. So you have Nemesis Star here. On trigger pull, this weapon's initial burst has a higher rate of fire. Okay? And then we got here. When holding down the trigger... Oh, this is the Suros Regime machine gun. When holding down the trigger, range and accuracy increases as rate of fire decreases. Kills grant bonus grenade energy. Yeah, I call this the machine gun, the Suros Regime machine gun. Okay? Because it has that same kind of similar spinning up focus fire thing. Well, focus fire. When holding down the trigger, range and accuracy increase as rate of fire decreases. And then you get bonus grenade energy because... bonus grenade energy, which is cool. It's always good to have extra bonus grenade energy. One can always have more grenade energy, or super energy, or melee energy. I will not say no. Okay. We have the usual legacy engram. It's for a heavy weapon this time. Again, you may pick up a year 1 item. You may get a year 1 item that unlocks a year 2. Unless you have an excess of strange coins, don't waste your strange coins on legacy engrams, because you're probably going to get a year 1 item. Cool. For the hunters, we have an insurmountable skull fort, and I am already disappointed by just reading that. Gain an additional melee charge. Okay. Okay. Extra melee charge. All right. I mean, it is a Titan melee charge, and punching things is what Titans are really, really good at, so just more Titan being Titan. But, okay. Feel kind of underwhelmed. For the hunter, we have Mask of the Third Man. Arcblade uses less super energy. Now, I don't really remember using this one very much. I do have it. The thing is, the lack of detail. So, like, is it like comment down below, let me know. Is it like Raiden Flux? So Raiden Flux is one of my favorite exotics in Destiny 2. I don't think I think I've used it constantly since launch, or since I got it. It basically increases the length of your arc strider. And it makes a huge difference. Like, it makes a massive difference. Raiden Flux, at least last time I played, made a massive difference. So, does this make a massive difference? I go through stages of different classes, and I haven't been back on my Arc Hunter stage in a while, at least in Destiny 1. I tend to stick to Golden Gun with Celestial Nighthawk, simply because it's great when you're soloing bosses to use Celestial Nighthawk, because it actually does a decent amount of damage on the boss. So it's been a while since I've run Blade Dancer, but comment down below, let me know what I'm missing out on. Maybe I should switch back to Blade Dancer. The thing is, Golden Gun is great for bosses, and Night Stalker is great for stealth. So those two are great if you're soloing. I remember using Blade Dancer primarily in Crucible, but I said I alternated. There was a point where I was running Night Stalker, and I would have the 3 arrows, and I would like take 3 out in Crucible with those. But anyway, comment down below. Finally, we have the Starfire Protocol. Gain an additional fusion grenade charge. Okay. So we just get an extra grenade. So this is a kind of disappointing week. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Hunter's helmet looks ridiculously cool. And the helmets do pass the Corpus test, so they are smaller than the Corpus helmets. I'm going to go with the Hunter gets first place simply because using less super energy. A longer super probably outdoes all of these. I'm going to go with the Titan for the second because Titans are known for their melee charges and punching stuff. So more Titan punch is better. Very good. Thank you, Titans. You guys are awesome. Titans, I love you, Titans. Titans, you're the best. I've never forgotten running the Infinite Forest during the holidays, during Halloween, I mean, and being on a fire team with 2 Titans and just burning through that. Titans are awesome. Titans just, yeah. I don't like your jump. I won't deny it. But you have solar flames of solar flaming awesomeness. So Titans are awesome. Warlocks. I haven't gotten over the lack of self-res. It's not your fault. And this is, after all, Destiny 1, so you still have your self-res. But you guys got done dirty. Plus, I don't know, maybe it's just me. All right, finally, one question, Warlocks. All right, Warlocks, don't these robes kind of get in your way when you're trying to run around? Like, I don't know. Seem like they'd get in the way. I also kind of don't understand why Lodi is wearing a dress. All right? You know, I think, honestly, just one last thing. I think, honestly, Lodi would look much cooler and more interesting as a character if he was wearing a suit and tie surrounded by Guardians. Okay? That's just me. I also don't understand that single piece of armor on his arm that does not seem to make any sense. And it's just floating there. I mean, I get the glasses now, but just someone comment down below and let me know what is it with that one piece of armor just on his arm hanging there. Okay? And what happened to his suit? Like, I get it. The people he's staying with probably gave him some clothes because he's been there for a while. But I think Lodi would look much more interesting mixed up in the world of Destiny with a tie and a suit on. Okay? Just gonna go there. It would be so much cooler. Stand out. He looks just like everybody else now. Just kind of dull. But that's just me. Anyway, that aside, don't these ropes kind of get in your ways, Warlocks? Anyway, that's just me. I prefer cloaks. I think cloaks are kick-ass and awesome. Yeah, I also have the rest of the usual curios. Same stuff. You can never have enough heavy ammo since. Those things are awesome. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the tower. Again, let me know about Lodi, because that armor piece just doesn't make sense at all and just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I cannot stand that piece of armor just hanging there.